when you were on before, when we were talking about velocity, measuring velocity to determine if somebody should train for more strength and power or more for speed, and how to navigate through that and identify what's required for that particular golfer or person. How does somebody determine if they don't have the equipment you do? Because as somebody lifts weights, they're going to become less pliable. They're going to become more rigid. They're going to lose range of motion, whether it's in the articulation of the spine or the shoulder capsule, the hip joint. How do you balance keeping somebody flexible enough, whether they're a tour pro or they're an average Joe coming to see you, and maintaining strength? Because if they continue to work out, they're going to get less mobile and flexible. But if they stretch too much, then they
not necessarily. Like I said, if you get strong in the right way and your body senses proper motor control and stability in those positions, you actually should get more flexible if you do your strength training properly. The problem is most people don't have good joint centration. They don't have a lot of things we just talked about. And then they go load up the dysfunction, right? So you have this dysfunction, you now go load it like crazy. And then, yes, you do get tighter. But if you can get strong in proper alignments with your joints in good positions and all that stuff, you should theoretically actually get more mobile. The thing about lifting super heavy when we get into like maximal loading, and, a lot of people love to promote that now in, sport performance, and especially in golf, you hear, oh, just lift heavy, increase your force. It's like, look, we weigh the golf club in grams. It's not that heavy. Let's be honest. And like when you're doing maximal loading, tension is your friend. Like you want lots of tension in what you're doing. And to lift something heavy and move it, you're going to end up moving it slow, right? Because you can't lift something super heavy, super fast. So you create this really slow, tension-driven system where speed is about like light switches that get flipped on and off. You want it on, off, on, off, on, off, where the muscle contracts and relax and contracts and relax and contracts and relax. It's a totally different motor system. So part of, I think, the problem is not just that the strength part is bad. It's that you're changing your motor programming, if that's the majority of your training, to be a tension-driven system instead of being a light switch.